up, guys? This is RizzyPOW, and this is my week 2 NPL, I guess like the team preview thing, but this is gonna be our week 2 battle, against Trev the King, the double returning champion. He's been the champion of Season 4 and Season 3 of the NPL, and he also made it to the finals in Season 2 of the NPL. And overall, he is, in my opinion, he's definitely one of the best players I feel in the community. So I was definitely really scared to go up against him this week. Definitely really scared, and we were 0-1 to start off because we did lose last week. It was a close game, but I felt that I could have definitely won that game if I made certain plays. If I played a bit more aggressively, I definitely could have won that game, but I ended up not winning. So it was pretty important for me to win this game because I don't want to fall 0-2. And yeah, let me just read off both of our rosters. So I'm going to read off my roster first. We got Mega Metacham, Bisharp, Scolipede, Mamoswine, Amoongus, Jolteon, Deontay, Flygon, Armaldo, Jellicent, and Tornadus Therian. Also, the thing is that if you guys want, if you want to skip to the actual battle, you can look in the description, then you can do that because... yeah, but you shouldn't do that because you should listen to the entire video because, you know, I would make me pretty happy if you guys see the team because I put a lot of time to the team, man. So just watch it, man. Just please watch. Please watch, I beg. But yeah, and then Trev's team is Manaphy, Megaladios, Terrakion, Entei, Porygon 2, Aromatisse, Gourgeist, Sharpedo, Electabuzz, Fletchinder, and Excadrill. So... very scared of his team. I was pretty sure that he was going to bring a Tail Glow offensive Manaphy versus me. Probably Timid Max Speed Speed tie with Mega Metacham. Mega Latios, I thought there was a very good chance it could come. I thought it would probably be like a calm mindset. I could also have seen D-Dance versus me, potentially. Terrakion, overall, I thought was going to come no matter what. Terrakion is very scary for me, and it just checks a lot of Mon. So I was pretty sure that he was going to either bring... I was pretty sure it's gonna be Scarf, like so he can check stuff like Tornadus T, which is very good versus team. He does not have, like, Tornadus T is very good versus his team, so I thought he'd probably have Scarf to be able to check that. Also, I thought he could have been Rock Polish. I thought potentially SD, but I didn't really think SD would come. Also, I was pretty sure Entei could come. I was thinking in the back of my head either Bandit or I was even thinking like a Howl set because in call once I was like, Trevor's like, Entei destroys your team, and I'm just like, nah, Entei does nothing. Entei's shit, man. And then he's just like, and I'm just like, what? You're gonna run Howl Entei? And he's like, that might have been it. So, you know, he might end up actually running that versus me because it actually kind of has a decent matchup. So, you might run that. Aromatisse, I thought probably would not come. I didn't really see it coming. Gourgeist, I could have potentially seen the Gourgeist Porygon 2 core coming versus me. Sharpedo, I thought was very good versus me. Electabuzz, not really. Fletchinder, yeah, checks out a lot of his mom, like Scolipede, which is very good versus his team as well. And then Excadrill, I thought could either be Scarf or even like a Spadef variant. But yeah, let's get into the team that we did bring. So I am Jolly Max Speed on this. So originally I was like something like this, Adamant Nature with a ton of bulk. With a Kolba Berry, yeah, because I was an SD variant because at first when I saw his team, and I wasn't Mega Horn, I was Poison Jab. So when I first saw his team, I definitely wanted Scolipede to be a my win condition, kind of the thing I based my team around, because it just did very good versus him, and I had a Kolba Berry in case he brought Fletchinder, and I could have just lived in acrobatics and killed it with a Poison Jab, especially on +2. Especially because this team is just overall really slow. I thought that was very good, but then I actually showed the team to Jolt, and he said that I was very weak to D-Dance Megaladios, so I ended up changing this to Megahorn, and I was also very weak to Terrakion at that point, so I ended up going with a Shardy Berry. Originally it was going to be Leftovers and Black Sludge, but I changed it to Shardy Berry last minute in case of Rock Polish Terrakion. And this speed makes sure that I outspeed after Protect a +1 Mega Latios, so that is pretty cool. Just in case that thing gets into some trouble and stuff, and it could be scary. So yeah, I don't hit everything on his team now without Poison Jab, but I do hit Latios harder, which is kind of nice. And yeah, that's pretty much the set. The next set, actually, so originally I wanted with the SD Scolipede, I really wanted like Tornadus T paired up with that to knock off stuff like Porygon 2's Eviolite, and you know, it'll help Scolipede sweep. But the thing is that I was actually thinking of a set besides that, before that. I was thinking about like a bulk up, like, you know, the Torn Eye set. This was probably even before I started building. When I first saw Trev's team, I knew that a bulk up set would actually be really good versus team. And then I was thinking even with I could run Taunt, bulk up, knockoff, something like that. But then I ended up just going with the full, like, you know, the Torn Eye set. If you guys aren't familiar with it, Torn Eye in UU runs a set, pretty much the same exact move set with no item, except it has Prankster ability. So all these 3 moves are priority except for acrobatics. But I'm just running it with Tornadus Therian. And the reason this is just really good versus his team, he does not have many checks to it. Like I can bulk up and then I will be able to set up on stuff like I was pretty sure, I wasn't pretty sure, but I had a good feeling that he was gonna bring Porygon 2 plus Gourgeist, because Porygon 2, like, I can't just spam fighting attacks with Gourgeist around, and also after leftovers, I'm pretty sure, unless I was adamant, which I had to be, which if I was bringing Mega Medicham, I was going to be Jolly. I don't 2-hit KO I don't 2-hit KO Gourgeist if it's max offensive and super large with an Ice Punch or a Fire Punch. So there's that. And so yeah, I just I was kind of, I thought he was going to bring Porygon 2, and this thing set up on it, also set up on Gourgeist, which I thought could have potentially came as well. It sets up on a lot of his threats, like Aromatisse, and like a lot of his bulk, so this is why I wanted to bring it. This thing usually gets stopped by like electric types, but it's only electric type is Electabuzz, and I really didn't see that coming this week. The spread, I built this team a while ago, so I don't really remember exactly the spread. It does something, this outspeeds, I think, Terrakion, maybe Latios. I don't really remember, but yeah, this thing is overall just a really good set, and his only check to this thing really is his Terrakion, if it is Scarfed. So once that thing is weakened, I can, that's going to be nice, and if I'm at +1, I do live a Stone Edge from Terrakion, I can then hit it up with an Acrobatics. Next mon, Scarf Bishop. This thing can potentially sweep, not like clean up late game. It's just really nice. It checks a lot of his mons. It takes out leftover from Manaphy. It helps versus Mega Latios. Pursuit traps that as well. Rock Tomb is just to help me check Fletchinder. One of my Fletchinder checks. And yeah, so that's pretty much just mon. It just checks a lot of mons on his team, and it's just pretty nice, essentially. It checks Terrakion as well, so that is nice. Next mon is Flygon, so this is my way of dealing with his certain Pokemon. It's my way of dealing with it's my way of dealing with his Entei, and Earth Power, so even if I get burned, that's fine, and Earth Power just overall hits his team very hard. I also have U-Turn. I really wanted to fit Toxic on here somewhere, and originally I had it over Defog, but I just thought that Defog was going to be way more important, and Roost. So this spread, it does stuff, I don't really remember the spread. I know it takes hits from Entei very well to outspeed something, and this special attack is to ensure an Oko on something. Probably Terrakion with Earth Power, something like that. I don't really remember, honestly. I'm sorry, but this next one is Choppleberry Mamoswine. So originally I was Focus Sash Mamoswine, and then I think Jolt was the one who said that he liked Choppleberry because I was still really weak to Terrakion, and whereas Focus Sash gave me a soft check to it, I was really pressured to defog with Flygon then, and that could have been that could be an issue and stuff. So there's that, yeah, this could hit his team pretty hard. Hits his team very hard, and you know this. And I actually had Oblivious for the match. Oh shit, that was supposed to be Thick Fat. Welp. That was not supposed. I forgot to change that. Oh well. But yeah, this thing just hits the team pretty hard. It also gives me rocks. And I was thinking about changing this with Mega Metachamp, but I essentially went with this because even though Mega Metachamp gave me a check to Terrakion with Bullet Punch or something like that, I just like this better because I got rocks. This helped me pressure mons like Fletchinder a little bit, Entei. And just rocks were very, very nice. It helped out with the Torn Sweep, helped get chip damage on Terrakion whenever he had to check my Tornadus. And yeah, the Chapel Berry is there for his Terrakion, pretty much mostly because I'm so weak to Terrakion. And yeah, so the last mon is a bulkier Jolteon. So this Pokemon had a lot of 4-move slot syndrome versus him. I really wanted to run Wish Protect. I really did. And if I did, that would have been really nice. But I ended up using all of these moves because I kind of had to in the battle. So I kind of needed them all. Originally, I wanted to go Wish Protect, Toxic Discharge, and I realized that, Excadrill is a thing. So I was thinking Yawn would actually be really good because Yawn will force out Excadrill, and if he stays in, then it goes to sleep, which is cool with me. And that means that if Yawn pretty much his switch outs into out of Excadrill are pretty much mons that get that Torrent can set up on, so I can baton pass out into those. This charge is just there instead of Thunderbolt because it paralyzes stuff. This special attack ensures a KO, and this defense just helps me take on Fletchinder a lot better. And the HP also just allows me to be a very nice Manaphy check, and I can even switch into Manaphy a couple times pretty well. And I could switch into Manaphy a lot better if I had Wish Protect, which is much more reliable than just Wish, which kind of sucks. I could not do that, but yeah, all these move slots on it were very nice. Also, as well as me wanting Protect, as well as me wanting that move, I also wanted like Magnet Rise, but then I could not even hit Excadrill. But yeah, something like that would have been nice. Yeah, there's some other moves I can't really remember. I knew there were some other moves I really wanted, but yeah, I can't really remember them now. But yeah, this is a moose set that I just ended up going with, a bit bulkier Jolteon. So we got some heat on this squad. We got this Tornadus T set. We got this Jolteon set. This is not really that heat because this is run defensive in RU a lot. This is just Chapel Berry, Scarf. This is kind of common in OU. Not too common, but like it is kind of common. But yeah, overall, I thought this was a very nice team. I probably did not need to carry Charterberry Scolipede because there's not really a chance that Terrakion does even have to set up on me on my team. So I probably didn't even need it. And I could have probably gone with Black Sludge or even Life Orb or something. But I ended up going with this. But yeah, this is a team, and let's get right into the battle. Alright, we are here with the actual battle up against Trev. And yeah, you can see my team right here on the screen. And he did not actually end up bringing the P2 plus Gorgai's Core, which I thought there was good potential for him to bring. But he ended up not bringing that, so that kind of sucked. Now, he did bring Manaphy, which I'm expecting to be Tail Glow, Excadrill, probably Scarf, or even, what am I thinking? It might even be like Life Orb, or maybe Spadef, or something like that, because he brought Spadef last week. Fletchinder, so this is probably just a normal SD set. I was thinking that instead of Will-O-Wisp, he would have Protect for Mega Metachamp, so I can't just fake him out and stuff like that. And the next mon, Sharpedos. So this is just probably an offensive thing. Probably Crunch, Waterfall, Ice Fang. I didn't expect Ice Beam because, I have a Tornadus and that could easily be AV. And he probably wants to do as much damage as possible to do it with the Ice Fang. He has Terrakion, which I expect to be Scarf or even Rock Polish. And then Entei, which probably was banned, or that other set that I was talking about in my team builder. So just looking at his team, I thought that Flygon was actually a pretty good lead because I could U-turn on most of his Pokemon. And overall, just kind of nice. Like I could deal with everything decently well. So I'm going to lead off with my Flygon right there as he leads off with Manaphy. Now, I could have gone for the U-turn right away, but I was expecting him actually to go straight up for the Ice Beam because he would expect me to be faster. He could also scout if I'm Scarfed yet, which I'm actually just going to switch out, and I'm going to switch in a Jolteon because I know I have a lot of bulk. I can take that pretty well, and I'm going to force him out. So right here, I'm actually going for the Yawn, expecting him to go on to his Excadrill. By the way, right out of Excadrill, who's probably going to be like a Spadef Excadrill. And I just switch out into this because now I can defog the rocks away, but he just actually lets his, because it was also just a good switch into this thing, because, you know, I'm very bulky, I can switch in Entei as well as Excadrill with this, and he actually just goes for rocks and lets his Excadrill go to sleep, so that's fine with me. That thing, it was a threat, and now it's out of the way, so I'm gonna go to Jolteon right here on the thing, on this Manaphy, and I think right here I go for the Wish. I do go for the Wish. Now, I'm expecting to be either Scarf or be Scarf or Rock Polish. Probably Scarf. I just expected him to go for the close combat right here. So I'm going to go on to my Flygon. I would have taken the close combat. I would have done about 50% and I would have got my Wish back. But he's actually SD and this is terrifying. I did not expect him to be SD and this is terrifying. So, I'm just going to have to sack off Flygon that one shot. So Flygon is now dead, which really sucks. I have a switch into this, and he's actually just going to, I'm going to go on to Bisharp, and it's pretty obvious that I was Scarf by the way that I'm using it to check Terrakion. And I was really close for going for the knockoff right here, but I decided against it, and I just went for the safer play, which was the Iron Head. I just switched out into Manaphy. I think I could have played better with a Bisharp in this match, but I just went for the Iron Head. I should play more aggressively and gone for the for the knockoff right there, but I don't. Now I'm gonna go into Scolipede, which is the middle ground play because I didn't want him to go. I didn't want Jolteon to take so much damage, and he's gonna go on to Entei. So right over here, I'm actually just gonna go for a Protect as he goes for a Howl, which is not good. I'm not gonna go for Earthquake, get a ton of damage off on it as he misses a Sacred Fire, which is actually really bad for him. I'm going to get an E-Speed. He's going to get an E-Speed off. Now this puts me in range of just like any attack pretty much. I can't take any hits from Sharpedo anymore. And Sharpedo is looking very, very scary just because this thing is my only way to like revenge kill as long as I have the speed boost up. I'm looking to get swept by Sharpedo right now, so I know I have to set up with Torrentee as soon as possible. Another thing is the reason why I have so much bulk on Jolteon was to be a soft check to Sharpedo, and so that means I could have like taken any one hit, but now I'm so low I'm not going to be able to take a hit from Sharpedo. Also, I ended up changing Mammospine to Choppleberry from Sash, so that can't be a soft check to Sharpedo either, which I kind of wish I had Sash now, but it is Choppleberry, so I'm looking very weak to Sharpedo, so I know I have to set up with Torrentee very soon. Because I'll prevent that. So, Fletching is going to come in, and both of my checks are still there. Jolteon's a bit weakened, but I do have Bisharp, and that is going to take very little damage. I'm just going to go for the Rock Tomb, I think, right here. Yes, I do go for the Rock Tomb. I should have played this a bit more aggressively, as I said, because it was pretty obvious I was Scarf. Now Jolteon is very weakened, so my only check to it is Bisharp to the Fletchinder, and I'm just going to go for a Baton Pass right here. Now, I expected him to go on to his Excadrill and try Burning Eternus Sleep, but he ended up not doing that, and I should just gone for the Discharge. Now, Trev told me that he wasn't even sure if I even had Electric Move because this was a really weird Jolteon set, and he knew it could have taken which yes, he could have taken it, but it would have also put him in range of Scolipede's Poison Jab or like any other hit. So I really thought he did not want to take a Discharge, and his only real thing that could have taken a Discharge was the Excadrill. So I Baton Passed out, and because of that, I'm going to have to go into Bisharp, and now I am very weak to Fletchinder as well. So Fletchinder can potentially sweep me and Sharpedo. So this is not a good situation. I'm going to go for the knockoff right here. And I'm just going to keep on knocking him off to put him in range of Acrobatics from my Tornadus T. I'm not sure yet if he has Quick Attack. I'm pretty positive he does, which is going to be pretty annoying. But I'm just going to have to deal with it if it does. He does have Quick Attack, and he's at like a +4 right now. So the knockoff was kind of bad, but I need to put in a range of Acrobatics. Now right here, I spent a lot of time on my turn, and I end up going for the Bulk Up. I I'm sorry, this is my only chance to set up. I have to set up right over here if I'm going to do it. I could have tried playing around with Regenerator, but if I did that, I would have also taken the risk of Sharpedo sweeping me as well as Fletchinder. So I could not do that. This is my only chance to get a free bulk up off because I was pretty positive he had a Protect right here because if I was just a normal Torrent set, it seemed that he just straight up won the game at this point. If he just had Protect. Like, there's almost no reason for him not to go for Protect unless I was Sash Mamoswine, which he even told me that he was almost went for Waterfall right here, expecting me to switch out to Mamoswine, but he ended up not doing that. So I'm just gonna go for the rest right over here as he goes for Ice Fang. And I need to get some really good Sleep Talk turns right here. I need to get Acrobatics at some point. He's going to get the Ice Fang off, and I do get the Bulk Up. So right this next turn, I cannot take 2 more Acrobatics even if I get a second Bulk Up. I cannot take 2 more Ice Fangs even if I get a second Bulk Up. I need to get Acrobatics right here, and after that, I can potentially just win this game. Although I don't have any Spadef investments, so Manaphy might be an issue, but as long as I get an Acrobatic off on it, plus 2 Acrobatics or plus 3 Acrobatics should be killing at this range. I think maybe not. But I need to get the Acrobatics right here, and then I can potentially just sweep the rest of his team. Let's see if we can get it. We really need this one. Acrobatics, that's gonna put Ice Fang is gonna put me in range of another Ice Fang is going to put me in range of another Ice Fang, and I do end up getting Bulk Up, which means now I'm in range of this thing to die. So what I could have done right here is sack some stuff off and gotten Regenerator health back to maybe be able to Bulk Up again. But really, in reality, it was not worth it. I could have probably lowered the score, honestly, but I should have tried doing that because I could have probably killed the Sharpedo if I did that. Try to live one and went for the Acrobatics and killed it. Like, yeah, I played with the Regenerator, but I ended up not doing that. And so this thing is gonna right here. I was just kind of playing at this point. I was playing off a Ice Fang miss, and he did not get the Ice Fang miss. So that pretty much means I lose. There's nothing really that I can do. If I was Sash Mamoswine, that would be good, but I wasn't, so that kind of sucks. I just pretty much lost the game at this point. And I should have gone for Ice Shard right over here, just maybe potentially get a crit, and then maybe reduce this down to a 3-0, but I just kind of forgot. At this point, I was kind of clicking buttons to end the game because I knew I lost the game. So, obviously, I lost that Sleep Talk roll, but obviously, if you guys saw the battle, he did miss a very important Sacred Fire, which really sucked for him. So in reality, I can't say I lost to hacks. Plus, it was a Sleep Talk roll, which was only like a 1 in 3 chance I even had to get the Acrobatics right there, and that was... I was only put in that position because I got the Bulk Up earlier, which I got that 1 in 3 chance to get anyway. So, I don't think there was too much hacks in this game. Obviously, the Sacred Fire miss was pretty big, but yeah, I feel like I could have definitely won this game though, potentially with the Torn T set. I think I played badly with Bisharp. I could have played more aggressively with Bisharp, and I could have potentially like knocked off Manaphy's leftovers. Would have just helped me a little bit more. Maybe I could have kept Jolteon a bit higher amount of health. I don't think I could have kept it so high to be able to check his Sharpedo, but yeah, I really wish I was Sash Mamoswine. That was originally on the plan. I wish I did not change that, but I ended up doing that. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this match against Trev. We are 0-2 right now, which really sucks, but I think we can hopefully bring it back. We went against 2 amazing players, and Trev, we did lose 4-0, but I think this match was a lot closer than it actually was. Make sure you go check out Trev. I actually used a lot of the timer in this match. I did not mean to. I was thinking a lot, and I did not realize how much I was thinking by the end of the match, and it was 33 minutes long, and it was only like, how many turns was this? This was only 29 turns, and I took like 30 minutes to finish the battle because I was taking forever to make my moves. And I'm really sorry to Trevor like that for that, because he's gonna have a really long live comm. I forgot that he was even live comming, so I'm really sorry to Trev right there that I kind of abused the timer. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. This was not the best game for, I mean, it was a close game. I'm not gonna lie. Both the games we've had in the NPL so far have been pretty close. We need to step up our game next week. We're going to be going up against the Boston Bidoof. Bidoof, crazy videos. and we're coming out for them. We're out to get our first win, but hopefully we can still make playoffs. It's gonna be hard, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.